All right, so today's episode of Cooking in Prison, we're gonna be making some burritos or whatever you want to call them, I guess. But anyway, we're gonna start with two 8-inch wraps. They vary between 7 and 8 inches, and just overlap them on top of each other. I guess we'll just go over what the ingredients we got real quick. This is just something simple. I'm gonna call it a tuna melt wrap. I'm kind of just going with the flow here. Sometimes you just kind of work with what you got in prison, especially when commissary doesn't come with what they're supposed to have. And it's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. So anyway, this is just some refried beans, some ramen noodle soup, and some chicken flavored rice. There's some chicken seasoning in there, and also 1 pack of chili seasoning just to kind of offset the chicken. You kind of want a minimalist because we're trying to like highlight on the whole like tuna and stuff like that. So here we've got tuna, corn, pickle, tomato. That's one whole tomato in there, mayonnaise. I added some salt in there, so that's why it's kind of liquidy. It's the salt's done pulled the water out of the tomato and uh, pickle and stuff like that. We've got two summer sausages here with some onion that have been cooked down, so I guess you'd call them sauteed now. I'm not exactly sure. Then just some cheese block here. This is mozzarella and cheddar, and as we go along, we'll mix them up. Making 3 burritos, kind of just show you all the process. There's a million different ways to make these things, but at the end of the day, they all kind of taste the same, especially when you've been eating stuff in prison for ever and a day. But anyway, so usually with this one, I kind of want to put a base of the tuna stuff down here first so that you kind of taste it. That's kind of what I'm trying to highlight on, is being able to taste this. And I appreciate y'all, man, for checking the channel out and subscribing. And I know I haven't been making any content. I know my focus has been elsewhere but the channel, and it probably needs to be because there's a lot of people who want to see this stuff, really. But yeah. Anyway, just another bullshit weekend. Ain't nothing going on around here. Kind of keep us locked down, I guess, because they're short of staff to the point where it's just easier to keep everybody in the building, and instead of having them going to the chow hall. I don't have shit in the chow hall this weekend, so it's a perfect time to make a meal. This was just all cooked in the microwave, about 3 minutes or so. And you kind of want it to the point where it's kind of locked up like that, because if it's any waterier than that, then it'll just be a mess, for real. So we'll put a little on there so we can still fold it over. I'm debating how I want to put it together, because I want to put another layer of this tuna with this garden salad, I guess we'll call it, for lack of a better term. But we got plenty of filling, so might as well load up on it, I reckon. And we're so limited on what we have here commissary wise that it's really hard to like do anything different. Their warehouse is so small here, and they have so many people. This is the second largest prison population in my state, and it really shows because they don't have shit going on in this motherfucker, and this place is not built to hold 1,500 people. Anyway, we'll go ahead and put our sausage on top here with our onion. Smells good. Sometimes it's hard to come across some onion, and that's not. It depends on who you know, especially when you're in the pod with a bunch of kitchen workers. But anyway, the kitchen here is so fucking whack that they don't really have a whole bunch of good fresh ingredients over here. The only thing they really have is like onions, tomatoes, potatoes, stuff like that. I gotta make a video for y'all showing y'all what is on commissary, so you know that I'm not just bullshitting about it being some bullshit. Be generous with the cheese, it's kind of the whole thing about the tuna melt, right? Put plenty of cheese on there. And then you just kind of want to shape it so that you can roll it, and then we put a chip bag on the bottom of them. That kind of helps to brown the outside, and also it shrinks in the microwave so it locks it all together. So just like you would take a wrap and put it on a skillet to lock it up. It's kind of the same idea here with the chip bag. And since these are so big, and that's kind of the tradition with prison food. You make something real big, you know, all day, or if you got a little more self-control than other people, then you can eat on it for 2 days. But put you another chip bag on the end there. Just kind of roll it over. Now y'all not gonna be able to see this next part because I don't have anybody to film it for me. But you gotta wrap it up in some newspaper. Make sure your ends don't fall out. And that's kind of it. There you go. You put that in the microwave for about 3 minutes on each side, and she's gonna be ready to go. So really ain't a whole lot to them. It's basically the same process for the next 3. I'm not gonna bore y'all with that. This is gonna be a quick, simple video. I'm not really gonna do a whole lot of editing to it, but I appreciate y'all for watching. If you have any suggestions on things that you want to see, any comments for the channel, please leave them in the comment section below. And appreciate y'all's subscription, and thank y'all for supporting the channel. All right, peace.